Hello, and welcome to our demo of the Language.io chat translation app for Zendesk. Language.io makes it possible for your English-speaking customer service agents to chat with customers in any language right inside Zendesk. The app automatically translates between the agent's language and whatever language the customer speaks. We do this through integrations with 5 different neural machine translation engines, the best that exist. This ensures that your agents always get a translation. The multiple machine translation engine approach also lets us retrieve the highest quality translation available for that language pair, and we support over 100 languages. Most importantly, regardless of the machine translation engine used to translate your chats, Language.io will always impose your preferred translations for terms that might get easily screwed up. In my demo, I'm going to pretend that I'm an English-speaking support agent for the fictitious company hockeyquestions.com. I'll use the Language.io chat translation app for Zendesk to translate between myself and a Spanish-speaking visitor who has questions about my favorite sport, hockey. I'm using the topic of hockey because NHL announcers only recently started announcing hockey games in Spanish. When they did, they realized that for a number of English hockey terms, there was no Spanish equivalent. One of these terms is high sticking. This is when a player plays the puck with their stick above shoulder height. So these hockey announcers made up the term bastón alto for high sticking. Now, if the Language.io app just used a general machine translation without our glossary imposition technology, the agent and the customer would be very confused. Why? This is how Google, out of the box, translates the Spanish term bastón alto into English, tall cane. And in the other direction, equally incorrect, alta adherencia, which in English means high adhesion. But I've added this term bastón alto and high sticking to the Language.io configuration for hockeyquestions.com, so our app will always translate high sticking into Spanish as bastón alto and back into English as high sticking. I'm sure you can think of terms related to your own product that might also require special handling through Language.io. Let me show you how it works. On the right, we see that a Spanish visitor, Fausto, wants to chat with a customer service agent at hockeyquestions.com. On the left, I've displayed the agent's Zendesk chat view. As Fausto, I go ahead and enter my question. As the agent, I will accept the chat request. The first thing I'm going to see is this chat is in a language that I don't speak. When Language.io is installed, the agent will see a Translate Session button to the right that will automatically translate between the agent's language and the customer's language. The first thing Fausto is going to see is an autoresponder in his own language. The autoresponder greets Fausto, introduces the agent, and lets Fausto know that in order to respond as quickly as possible, the chat messages will be translated using machine translation between Fausto's Spanish and the agent's English. For the agent, Fausto's Spanish question is immediately translated into English. The agent can also see the Spanish by selecting this link, Show Original. In the English translation, the agent sees, "Hi, I would like to know why Gabriel Landeskog did not receive a penalty for high sticking during the third period last night." In Spanish, Fausto had used the term bastón alto. And thanks to Language.io glossary imposition technology, it was properly translated into high sticking for the agent, so the agent doesn't think Fausto is asking about a tall cane or a walking stick. Now the agent can go ahead and respond. The ref didn't give Landeskog a penalty for high sticking because the ref was on the other end of the ice. "I'm sorry to see your team lost to the Colorado Avalanche." And we sent. As before, the agent is just going to see the English unless they click on Show Translation. so they can see what the Spanish looks like. Fausto sees the agent's response in Spanish. With the term high sticking properly translated back into bastón alto. We can go on like this forever, with Language.io translating between the two parties, but let's wrap it up. Gracias para tu ayuda. Thanks for your help. No problem. No hay problema.